Hey guys, Break here. Today I'm going to be giving you my guide and my general overview of the Winter's Veil event, which is coming on the 16th of December. It is an awesome event for gold making, and I'm going to be telling you in this video what you should be doing before the event, during the event, and towards the end and after the event. Before we begin, I just want to say this is by far the best gold making event, the best gold making holiday in World of Warcraft. In fact, I think it's by far the best way to make gold in the game in terms of gold per hour. If you have a lot of characters, if you have a lot of time to spend, if you have a lot of gold to invest, any of those things, you're going to be making millions, tens of millions. And I know some people, such as Magicus on YouTube, makes hundreds of millions of gold with this method. This is mostly because of the Savage gift over here in the Garrison. You get with 5 merry supplies. We'll cover that later, and that's how you're going to be making most of your gold. Anyways, what should we be doing before the event starts? Well, there are a couple of things. The most important thing is to have all of your alts at least level 100. It used to be level 90 you could do these dailies. Wowhead is now saying you need to be level 100. I'm not certain, but basically you need the level 3 Garrison. So for those of you who don't know, the Garrison in Draenor, you upgrade it from rank 1 to rank 2 to rank 3. This costs Garrison Resources. I think you need at least 2,000 Garrison Resources to get from level 1 to level 3. These can be got from your Garrison cache that is next to your Garrison, and they can also be bought with the huge Ogre cache from the auction house. Now, I did a video about these a while ago, but basically they give you 1,000 Garrison Resources. I bought a load of them for less than 1,000 gold. Since then the price has gone up loads, unsurprisingly. So I currently do not suggest buying them. You guys have enough time to go out and collect some rares in Draenor. I mean, that's another thing, you really want the Draenor Pathfinder for Draenor flying. Most of you probably have that, but some of you may not, so you still have time, guys. Go and do that, and go and collect some of the rares that give you over 100 Garrison Resources each. Go and collect some of those. It will easily get you enough to upgrade your Garrison to be able to do the quests, and you don't have to bother with this because it's quite expensive. However, I do see the price of these going up even more on the day of the event and the weekend of the event. So the event launches on a Saturday, and that weekend, the Saturday, Sunday, I think the huge Ogre caches will be even more valuable, because people will be like, hey, I can't access the quests. How do I quickly get Garrison Resources? Let's just go and buy them from the auction house. So if these are still cheap on your server, then I do suggest going and buying them and selling them on the day of the event. But if they're quite expensive like this, I wouldn't buy these now. Like I said, I bought them under 1k gold. I really wouldn't buy them at 7k gold, but it depends on your server, it depends how many there are, how big your server is. But that is definitely an option, stocking up on some huge Ogre cache to sell during the event, or use yourself in order to get your Garrison to level 3. Another thing to potentially do before the event is the small egg farms. So these small eggs are used in many of the cooking recipes that you need for a lot of the quests during the event. Not the daily quests that make you the gold, but the other quests that get you the achievements, that get you some toys, etc, etc. I'm not going to be covering those in this video because this is purely a gold making video. But anyway, this is a good way to make gold because these small eggs, you have to farm them, and there's always a limited supply. So if you can control the supply of these, if you can stock up on these, and then during the event you can post them for ridiculous prices. I'm talking 100 gold, 200 gold each, depending on your server, depending how many there are, and you're going to be making a killing from these if you're into that kind of thing. There are a number of videos on YouTube about where to farm these if you're interested in farming, particularly around Westfall. Killing the birds around there gives you a great chance of getting these. But what I suggest and what I will be doing is buying these up before the event on my different servers, and then selling them in good stacks, you know, stacks of 5, 10, 20 during the event, and selling them for a lot more, because the price of these will rocket up with people wanting to do the quests real quick, getting the cooking stuff, etc. Anyways guys, that's all the stuff you can do before the event. Maybe invest in some Garrison cash, maybe invest in some small eggs, and get all your characters to 100 and try and get them their level 3 garrisons. Once you've got that, you're good to go, and the second the event launches, you'll be able to pick up 4 quests from the middle of your garrison. These quests require you to go to Frostfire Ridge around here, kill a few things, collect a few things, and they will get you overall 5 merry supplies. So these merry supplies are what you use to buy the items that can make you a lot of gold. So across all of your alts that you leveled during Warlords of Draenor when there was nothing else to do, or during Legion when leveling's got a lot easier, what you do is you just go here, pick up the quests, do them, come back, and with your 5 merry supplies, you can invest in 2 things really to make gold. And the main thing will be the Savage Gift, which has a chance to contain some really awesome things. So these are the possibilities of the items that you can get. What you don't want is these 3, Apexis Oil, Garrison Resources. Pretty much useless. I know you can spend resources on items from the trader in your garrison, but basically these are useless. And this is also kind of useless. Frozen Arms of the Hero. They sell for a few hundred gold, but really not that useful. However, the next 3, Elixir Rapid Mind, Medallion, and Minion of Grumpus, are the ones you really want to get. These are super awesome. Elixir Rapid Mind, a few months after the event, sells for 100k gold on most servers. And I think with inflation it will definitely be selling for that next year. So a few months after this event, Elixir Rapid Mind will be at least 100,000 gold. Medallion of the Legion, not quite as good, but still, they can sell for over 10,000 gold on most servers, at least on the EU. A few months after the event, so again, if you get them, just hold on to them, wait around. And then the Minion of Grumpus, which is also really cool, that sells from anywhere from 100 to 300k. I've seen them go for more than that on some servers, but you can get around 200,000 gold for this pretty easily. Again, after the event, don't be buying them now. So anyway, those are the 3 main things you want to try and get. Now, the cool thing about the merry supplies is that they are bind to Battle.net accounts. So what does this mean? You want to be doing this on all your characters on any server. Did you randomly boost a character to 100 on a random server? If you did, you can still run the dailies and just send them over to your main account. I have a lot of accounts with a lot of characters. Realistically, I don't think I'm going to be able to do all the dailies on all the characters all the time. But what I will be doing is as many as possible, and like I say, bind to Battle.net account, just send them over when you do the quest. And you know, because I have a lot of characters, every day I can get, you know, over 100 of these, which means I can buy at least 20 of the Savage Gifts, and when I buy 20 of the gifts, I get at least, usually around 1 to 2 Grumpuses, maybe 2 to 3 Rapid Minds, 2 to 3 Medallions. So in one day, for me, if I wait, say I get 3 of these, 1 of these, that's already 500k, a bit more. I can get, you know, I can get up to 1 million gold a day just by doing these across my 20 characters. Again, you don't want to sell them just yet. You want to wait when the price is a bit better. Unless you get them in the first couple of days, they'll still sell well, but then the price will go down. So just hold on to them. But you know, 1 million gold a day just from running a few garrison dailies is really pretty nice. And I know a lot of you will not have 20 characters, but it doesn't matter. Whatever you have, if you get lucky, or even if you don't get lucky, you're going to get some good stuff. And if you don't want to try your luck, what you can also invest in is this. This toy also costs 5 merry supplies, so you want to stock up on a few of these probably, not too many. Invest mostly in the Savage Gift, but this as well can make you a lot of gold. Right now it's selling for 60k on my server. I sold one recently. I've got another 2 up on the auction house as well. Obviously it's a toy, it doesn't sell that great, but when it does, it can sell for a nice bit of profit. And again, 60k gold from just doing a few garrison dailies takes 10 minutes. You know, that's a pretty good return in my opinion. So like I say, stock up on a few of these across the event, mostly the Savage Gifts. Hope you get lucky and you're going to be in the business. So just a few tips for doing these dailies every day. Obviously if you're Horde, your garrison is right here, and it makes the whole thing a lot easier. You just got to fly up to here, fly back down again. Super easy. If you're in Alliance, it's a lot more annoying. You have to travel across the entirety of Draenor to go there. It doesn't take too long, but you can save yourself some time. So you want to invest in a Spirit Lodge / Mage Tower. I forgot which one is the Alliance version. Anyway, once you get this, you just have to go collect some Waystones from some ogres wherever you want. There's a load of Nagrand. Once you have 25 Waystones, you can empower your Spirit Lodge Mage Tower, and this will allow you to open up a portal from your garrison. Luckily, the portal to Frostfire Ridge is around here, I believe, so if you take the portal, set it up, then it'll be really easy for you just to portal over here, and it'll be just like being a horde. So that's how you deal with this issue. If you are an Alliance player, you only need a level 1 Mage Tower, so you don't have to invest too many resources or time into it. Just got to go collect the stones, which is a bit annoying, but it's not too bad, and then you are good to go. As for the quests themselves, they can sometimes be annoying, particularly on a PvP server. Everyone will just try and kill you, especially if you are not 110, if you're just level 100, which a lot of the times you are, and even if you are 110, PvP is so unbalanced, you can still get one shot by anyone. But what you can do is join a group. This is really useful. Just go to the pre-made group finder and join a group. There's always loads of them up, and this is really useful. If you have World Quest Group Finder, the add-on, you can just press the thing next to the quest and it will open up a group for you. Again, really useful. It's useful for 2 reasons. Number one, well, 3 reasons. Number one, it's really quick. 5 people doing it instead of 1. It means the whole dailies get done much quicker. Number 2, it's good for PvP. You might not get one shot if you have some backup, or you might get portaled to a shard which has a lot of your faction instead of the opposite faction. And number 3, these guys die really quick. Now, I don't know if Blizzard is going to buff them. I really hope they do, especially the big Grumpus guy you have to kill, because it's just this one mob that spawns and basically dies in 1 second. And it makes it really hard to kill him, basically. And he's got a short respawn timer of a couple of minutes, so if you miss him, you have to wait around. So I do hope Blizzard buff this, but if not, it's going to make it even more important to try get in a group, because even if just one of you can tag him, all of you will get the kill, and this whole thing's going to be done much quicker. But yeah, that's it really. You just do the dailies, go back to your garrison, collect the rewards, and get ready to go again on a different character or the next day. So how about towards the end of the event and after the event? This is potentially where you're going to make the most of your gold. Particularly if you have a lot of gold to invest, this is where the big gold makers make the most of their gold. Like I say, there are some people on YouTube who have made hundreds of millions towards the end of this event, because all they do is buy stuff out that's cheap. The minion of Grumpus will likely be around 50k towards the end of the event on most servers. I'm just going to guess that, you know, I've no idea really, but it will likely be something like that, which means you can buy up a load of them and resell later next year where they'll be 300k. It's 6 times your gold, really easily. Even better is the rapid mines. These are still 90k. This is a high pop server where there's loads of them. On the low pops, they go for well over 100k. Now, these may well go down to 20k or even less. I'm really not sure. It changes every year. With more and more people doing this, I presume they won't go below 20k. But even if they're at 20k to 30k, you want to be buying these up towards the end of the event, as well as saving your own, the ones you get from the Savage Gift. Save those. Also buy up some more, and you're going to make, again, 4, 5, 6 times your gold. Again, with inflation, next year in the summer, say, these are going to be going for well over 100,000, you know, close to 150 even. Why is this? Lots of reasons. The new allied races, people are going to be wanting to level those to get the cool transmogs. Obviously the new expansion, everyone levels characters. I don't know, it's just going to be even better this year than it was last year, or next year than it was this year. So these are going to be going for crazy amounts of gold. I can see them going for 150k pretty easily. And if you can buy them up for 20 or 30k, again, you're going to be making 5 or 6 times your gold. Medallion of the Legion is slightly different. But what you can do, did I spell that wrong? No, I didn't. What you can do is buy these up and wait for a time when there's a buff. So recently we had the anniversary buff along with another buff, and you could get like over 20% reputation buff. These are still really useful. There's a lot of mounts you can get in Draenor that you have to be exalted for, and a lot of people still buy these. Just look at the sale rate, it's really good. So again, if these go pretty low, if these go to like 1k, which, you know, is potential, definitely start buying them up, because they'll be going for over 10k, up to 20k in a few months time. So definitely make sure you do that as well. But that's it really, guys. Just farm up your dailies, and towards the end invest, and just store everything you get from the Savage gift. Just, unless you get it right at the start and it's still going really well on your server, just store it up in your bank. Get a guild bank, you know, get any bank, and trust me, in a few months time you will not regret it, because you're going to be making so much gold. I just love this holiday. You don't want to miss out, basically. If any of you thought Christmas was a time to be spending with family and friends, you're wrong. It's a time to be spending your garrison getting some gold. So that's it, guys. Thanks very much for watching, and until next time, see ya.